welcome back to James' Repair Shop. It's Sunday, April 18th. I'm not working in the shop today, but I wanted to do a little video on the week in review, we'll call it. Had some an emergency project crop up, and you'll understand why it's an emergency once I show you, and I will show you. And I want to talk about the projects that I've had to put on hold for a few days, and you will be seeing videos on the emergency project as well. So yeah, this is it. Oh, yeah, I want to mention I got a new chair for the shop. It seems like that's a thing, and I've been out in the shop lots lately, and my back was starting to bother me standing all day long. These stools here are fine, but they don't give you a lot of rest and relaxation. But this is pretty comfy. I got it at the thrift store for $10. I don't like to spend a lot of money on stuff, so if I can buy it used somewhere and it's still serviceable, I'm going to use it. So $10 at the local thrift store. Thank you very much. So let's grab the camera and we'll go on a little walkabout to see what's happening in the shop, and I'll tell you what I've been working on. All right, let's go to look at this emergency job. I got the command center set up here, a toolbox and tool stand. And the emergency is the wife's Cadillac. We were getting P0009 codes, and that's cam sensor codes. And it turns out to be a fairly big task. But like I say, I will put a video up about this. But I got her stripped down. And man, oh man, I'm going to tell you, holy smokeronies. I have to give credit to these full-time mechanics out there that work on this stuff all the time. But you know what? A little bit of patience. We'll get her done. So anyway, what's going on with it is the timing chains are stretched. It doesn't seem to be any damage to the shoes or anything if you're familiar with these engines. It's a 2.8 liter. It's actually a Saab engine in this Cadillac, but it's a 2.8 liter turbocharged engine. And man, oh man, it's packed in there. By the geez, I never seen anything quite so tight. Well, that's not true. Our Chrysler Pacifica was pretty tight. So anyway, that's what the emergency was, and it's the wife's vehicle, so you know why it's an emergency. She's not one going to be sitting around watching me fiddle with this too long. Anyway, parts are on order. Should be here this week, and I'll get her back together. But yeah, again, I'll give credit to those full-time mechanics that have to do this stuff for a living. Man, you got my support, we'll put it that way. And then, I heard people talking about this job on YouTube and how much it costs to get it done and stuff. Well, if you've ever had to do this job personally, you'll know why the shops charge so much for it. It's pretty much insane. But anyway, there it is. So with that, it turns into, which I never thought would actually ever happen, just go out here for a second, was the old 79. She became our primary vehicle for a few days, which, hey, I'm glad I got it running. All right, back inside, and we'll talk about another project. We'll scooch over. It's getting pretty crowded in here because I got stuff everywhere. So then I got these 5 sheets of plywood I picked up for the trap top trailer, which is I call it the trapezoid trailer. And according to what you read on social media is that I'm a wealthy man by having 5 sheets of 3/4 birch. All of a sudden my personal wealth has increased a lot. I moved the old motorbike around. I've got this 79 Trail 90. This is a low kilometer bike. I think there's only 1,304 kilometers on this bike. We haven't had this bike running in years, but it's my in-laws, my wife's parents, they bought this bike brand new in Watson Lake, the Yukon. $750 Canadian for this bike, brand new. And they used it very little when they're living in northern BC, and we have it, and I've been trying to keep it up, but it's one of those things where you just kind of get away from it. The time slips by. So what it needs is, and I'll do a video on this when I getting it running. So it needs a battery put back in, which I have a new battery for it. The carb needs to be cleaned up really bad. The tank is not bad. It has a little bit of scale rust inside, but it's not leaking or anything. But yeah, it's original tires. That's an original bike. Missing mirror. Both mirrors are off right now, but one mirror is totally missing. And the tail lights have taken a bit of a beating. But yeah, it's been a nice little rig. She's an automatic job. So that's one project that will probably be coming up. This trailer project, the trap top project's on hold. And the poor old Ranchero. Man, oh man, I don't know if I'll ever get back to the Ranchero. It's getting buried in deep. Let's have a look. Wow. It's become a storage facility. Because if you have a flat surface, you're going to want to cover it with stuff. But I will get back on the Ranchero. To anybody that's been watching, keeping up, I haven't really gone anywhere with it, so there's really not much to talk about. I have done, there are some things I did do that I have a video already starting to edit, but I wanted to put more in it. So there's the old Ranchero project. So that's that. And outside, let's go outside quickly. And there's the trailer that I did a video on for the trap top. And the old Thunderbirds are moved around. I put a proper cover on the convertible Thunderbird. Thanks, Danny from DD Speed Shop, for suggesting just the basic Amazon. Really appreciate that. Saved me some money on buying some that over $100 that weren't worth anything. Anyways, it's starting to get nice out. It's cool today, but the grass is starting to pick up, and what a mess out here too. Man, winter sure wreaks havoc on your stuff, because you just kind of, look at this, look, you just kind of dump stuff. That stand is what we'll use to build the trap top trailer on. So we'll be using that. That was the stand I used to put my bed off for the old 79 truck. Alright, well that's kind of it for the update. Oh, it's beautiful out. Look at that, I should get a fire going with some of my fat wood. I'll show you. My fat wood fire starter right here, which a viewer commented could probably take that out and put in something less breakable, which I agree with. And I was wondering if I could take it out. I'm not I use this stuff, but I don't know a lot about it. I do know that where to get it and all that stuff, but I made my own. But I wonder if I took this out, some of the really saturated pieces, and like this one here, you'll see the color is almost opaque looking, and once it gets really, I wonder if I took it out and let it dry, would it still have the same fire starting effects? Wow, what a mess in here. Look at the parts from this car, from this Cadillac. Look at the stuff you have to take off this thing. It's just row after row of pieces. That's right there. And then it moves over here to the inner fender, you have to come off. And then there's the VVT solenoids, and holy smokeronies. Anyway, we'll get her. But yeah, the place has gotten cluttered, and the wheel's over there. So, I hope you stick around for another week, and I will get some more videos up once I get this beast done. Man, it's getting easier now, but I have to, now the challenge is remembering how to put it all back together. I'll get her. I always do. All right, well, thanks for stopping by for this update, Sunday update, April 18th. And there's my chair. Man, I'm liking that chair for $10. Take care. See you next week.